stories, and this is the segment that I call Storytime. So the story that I'm going to narrate to you today is about this wonderful adventure that a boy named Chhotu had with the big wind. Now one day Chhotu was playing on the terrace. Have you ever been to the terrace of your house? If you haven't, you should go. It's a very, very interesting place. And Chhotu's terrace had something very interesting too. It had all the clothes that had been washed that day hanging on a rope and drying. And you know why that was interesting? Because Chhotu's favorite red t-shirt had been washed and it hung on the line too. Now as Chhotu was playing, the wind began to blow and the clothes flapped and danced and jumped on the line. And Chhotu was a little worried. What if the wind tried to take his red t-shirt away? Do you know what Chhotu did? He was wearing a blue t-shirt. He took it off. He pulled down the red t-shirt. He put it on and he hung his blue t-shirt on the line. And now he wasn't worried because the wind couldn't take his red t-shirt away. And the wind began to blow fast and it pushed Chhotu to one end of the terrace. And then it pushed Chhotu to the other end of the terrace. And Chhotu was just enjoying this game when you know what the wind did? It just picked him up and took him up. And Chhotu said, hey, stop. But the wind simply wouldn't stop. It carried Chhotu higher and higher and higher. And when Chhotu looked down, he saw that the houses below were getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And now Chhotu was among all the big white clouds. And he patted one of them, and you know how it felt? It felt soft. It reminded Chhotu of his pillow at home. And the wind was also blowing very gently now. It was exactly like the wind that blew down from the fan in his house. And at that moment, Chhotu heard a sudden flap, 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 flap noise. You know what it sounded like? It sounded like his Baba sitting and reading the newspaper and turning the pages. Flap. Was Baba here? Chhotu wondered. But it was a flock of birds and they were flying past. After the birds had gone, there was nothing much happening. The wind blew, the clouds were soft, and there was nothing to see. And then Chhotu began to get bored. And he thought, I want to go home. And then the wind brought him slowly and gently lower and lower. And now the houses which lay below began to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then Chhotu said, look, there, that's my house. I see my terrace. And do you know how he knew that it was his house and his terrace? Because of the clothes hanging on the line. He could see his father's shirt hanging there. He could see his Amma's kurta hanging there. He could see his Aji's sari. And then Chhotu saw his own blue t-shirt on the clothes line. And the wind brought him slowly, gently down so that he landed like a leaf on the terrace. And Chhotu was so happy to be home that he said, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. And he ran around the terrace shouting, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. And then he went thumping down the steps and said, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Amma, I'm back, he said. And Amma said, but Chhotu, where did you go? You were playing on the terrace. Then Chhotu told her how he was playing on the terrace and the big wind came and blew him this way and blew him that way and finally carried him up into the sky. And Chhotu told her about the big white soft clouds. He told her about the gentle breeze and about the birds that went flying past. And Amma said, oh, you really had an adventure. And then Amma said, but Chhotu, why are you wearing your red t-shirt? It must still be wet. And you know what Chhotu said? No, Amma, the wind dried it. And you know something? The wind had dried his favorite red t-shirt. So that was the story of Chhotu and the big wind. The story is written by me and it has illustrations by Tanvi Bhatt. And if you'd like to own a copy of this, do check out the description box because I'm going to be leaving a link there for you to buy this book. And if you'd like me to feature any of my other stories on the Storytime video, do write and let me know. You can reach out to me on my Facebook author page or connect with me on Instagram at the Nandini Nayar or just leave a comment here on YouTube. Until the next time, keep reading, keep smiling. Bye-bye and thanks for watching.